All right, so I'm going to give you a review on this worksheet. So I'm just going to do the first one in each section, and you'll be responsible for doing the rest. But make sure you're following along with this video because it's going to review for what you missed yesterday. So first off, number 1, the directions say find the surface area of each pyramid. And I give you a hint, no formula, find the area of each face and add. Now remember, you can draw a net if you prefer for number 1. Remember the net of a pyramid this one has a square base with the 4 triangles, and find the area of those 5 faces. Or remember how I like to do it is I like to do this. I like to write, I know there's a base and then there's 4 faces, and the base is 9 times 9. It's just a square, which is 81. And the faces are triangles, so don't forget, for area of a triangle it's half times base times height. Now, the base of one of these triangles is 9, times the height of one of these triangles is a slant height is 16. And if you type that in, you get 72. That means all of these faces will be 72. So, add up the area of the square as well as the area of the 4 triangles. And if you do that, you should have 369 square kilometers. Okay, so that's what you're going to have to do for number 2 and number 3. Hopefully you kind of got that one because I moved kind of quickly. All right, in number 4, it says find the surface area of the prism. Use the formula surface area is 2 times length times width plus 2 times length times height plus 2 times height times width for rectangular prisms. So you're going to use that formula if it says anything about a rectangular prism, which would be for number 5 and number 6. But for number 4, it is a triangular prism because it has 2 triangular bases, so that formula will not work. So for this one, we're just going to find the area of the faces. Now remember, with triangular prisms, we have 2 bases. We have base 1 and base 2. That's this triangle in the front and the triangle in the back. And then we have 3 rectangles going around it. So we have the left, the right, and the bottom. Remember, it looks like a tent. Okay, so as far as the bases, they are going to be the same, but we have to find the area, and they're triangles. So it's going to be half times base times height. So there's my half. Now, you see this right angle here? That means the right angle must touch the base and the height. So one of them is 2.5. So half times 2.5. And the other one right here, I'm going to steal from back here, which is 6. So if you type in half times 2.5 times 6, you get 7.5. So that's the area of one of the bases, and if the second base is the same, so they're both going to be 7.5. Now we're going to move on to the left and the right. Let me erase that junk so we can see it. So let's start with the left. That is going to be this rectangle right here. And it's just a rectangle, so we just have to do length times width. So my length is 8, my width is 6. 8 times 6 is 48. Okay. Let me erase that so we can move to another one. Now I'm going to go to the bottom next because I hate that one on the right. It's hard for me to see. So the bottom is going to be right here. So we need the length and the width. Again, we have the length is the 8 times the width is the 6.5. And if we type that in, 8 times 6.5, we get 52. All right, let me erase that junk so we can see that right side. That right side, that's hard for me to get. So this right is this side over here. It's kind of really hard to see. So we need the length and the width because it is a rectangle. So the length is 2.5. Oops, sorry, what did I just do there? That was silly. Okay, the length is, as I said, 2.5 times the width is going to be this dimension here, which I have to steal from here. So it's 2.5 times 8. And if you type in 2.5 times 8, you get 20. All right, so your last job is to add up these 5 areas to get your total surface area. And if you do that, you'll get 135 square millimeters. All right. So remember, you'll be doing the rest on this page, but we're going to move on to the back. And I'll help you with 2 more problems. I'm going to help you with 7. I'm going to help you with 10. Now in 7, it says find the volume. Use the formula V equals length times width times height. So these are, I think, the easiest ones we have here. Let me see. Yeah, I'll just do number 7 with you. So for volume, length times width times height. So write the formula and then substitute. We have our 3 dimensions here. 5 times 3 times 9. So then all you got to do is type that in and you'll get 135. And remember, volume is cubic units, so it's going to be cubic yards. All right, now I will tell you number 8 I think is a missing dimension problem, so make sure you write the formula, substitute, and solve. And last, volume of a triangular prism. Using the formula, volume is big B times H. Now to remind you what big B is the area of one of the bases. So I'm going to start with my formula. Volume is big B times H. Now to find the area of one of the bases are triangles. So for big B, I'm going to put in parentheses half times whatever the base is, I'll leave a blank for that, times whatever the height is. That is all going to get me big B. And for H is the height, it's the distance between the 2 bases, which is 21. Okay, so let's do the base. We have half times, we're looking at this red triangle here, half times 20 times 18. Okay, so check out in red. Half times 20 times 18 will get you the area of the base, and the blue 21 is the height of the prism. So then all you got to do is type that in. And if you do that, you should get 3,780 cubic kilometers. That would be a very big prism. Just saying. All right. So hopefully that review helped you. Remember, you got to do the rest of the problems on this worksheet and hand it in. I will be checking them later.